No matter what age you are, you have a message to give. You have information that you can share with people. You have things that you can teach to people. So you are never too old to start a business.
Welcome to For Your Success with Katie Hornor, an inspiring program about overcoming the I'm too small mindset, redefining success, and growing your lifestyle business legacy without fear.
Hi there, my friend. Welcome back. Today's podcast is going to be a little bit different. I just want to kind of have a chat with you. So grab your cup of coffee, go get yourself a Coke or a Ningxia Red or whatever you like to enjoy, and let's just talk about some things. Now, for a long time, I have used the tagline for this podcast that you are never too old, you're never too small, and you're never too late. So let's talk about those things, okay? No matter what age you are, you have a message to give. You have information that you can share with people. You have things that you can teach to people. So you are never too old to start a business. I don't care who's telling you what, you should not be believing that. In this day and age, you are never too old to start a business. With the way everything is digital and the way anybody can be an entrepreneur, the way anybody can write a book, the way anybody can make a class, there's no reason why you cannot do anything at any age. And I'm serious. And I'm talking about me being under 40 and having published over 40 books myself because I didn't have any publishers that believed in me, believed in myself. My husband believed in me. We put the work in. We did it. You are never too young, never too old, never too late, never too small. We had people tell us that we were too small. We didn't have enough reach to have certain people come on the podcast. And by golly, we invited them and they said yes. And so you don't ever take no for an answer. No is just no for right now. You got to keep asking, right? You don't ever let anybody tell you that you're too old or you're too small or you're too young or you're too inexperienced or you're too anything to do what you know you're supposed to be doing. And, my grandfather wrote 2 books after the age of 85. All right. And so don't let anything hold you back. Don't let that become an excuse. Don't let that become something that you take on yourself and allow to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. You are never too old to get started with your online business. Yes, you may struggle with tech stuff. That's why I'm here. That's why people like me have coaching programs like theblogconnection.com and other places to help you get over those tech hurdles that you're facing. All right. Maybe you don't know how to publish a book. That's why there's people like me and other people who know how to self-publish or how to help you get connected with a book agent, okay? There's never an excuse for an excuse when it's something that you know you're supposed to be doing. So how do I know I'm supposed to be doing it? Or how do I know that it's not been done? I hear so many times, I was going to do this and then I realized so-and-so's doing it, or there's 3 other people doing it. It does not matter. My answer to those people is, so what? If this is what you're supposed to be doing, this is what you're supposed to be doing, and you're not to let anybody else convince you that you're not supposed to be doing it. You're not to let the comparison factor in and make you scared. You're not to be scared of comparison or judgments. If you are supposed to be doing this, you're supposed to be doing it, and there's a reason. You're going to overlap some of those people that others are reaching with that message, but you're going to ultimately reach more people, new people that person or those people could not reach because they are not you. They don't have your experiences. They don't have your history. They don't have your education. They don't have your background. They don't have your heart. And they don't have the same sphere of influence that you have. This is my soapbox, ladies. And I've been hearing it a lot lately. It's like spring happens and suddenly everybody's jealous of everybody else's colored flowers. It should not be that way. We need to focus on what it is that God has called you to do. What is your job? What is your message? Who are you supposed to be reaching? And you focus on that, and you don't let anyone or anybody or anything that people say stand in your way. Who cares if they've got another email course? Who cares if they've got another knitting course? It's not yours. It's not your course. It's not you teaching it. You are going to be able to communicate to certain people what other people never could get through to them. You are going to be able to explain things in a way that's going to click with certain people that it doesn't with others. Okay? You may not reach everyone they reach. That's okay. They're not your people. But you're going to reach the ones that they can't reach because they're not their people. They're your people. And so don't be afraid to step out and do what you know you're supposed to do because somebody else is doing it. Don't let anybody tell you you're too small to make a go of this. I can't tell you how many times people have said, oh, I'm sorry, you're too small. All that does is belittle the person, okay? You don't let them do that to you. You say, okay, maybe that's today, but it will not always be that way. I will grow and I will get bigger and I will whatever. And maybe by the time you are big enough to qualify for whatever help you were asking from that person who thought you were too small, you may not need them anyway. It's okay. You just keep going. A no for today is a no for today, and that's all it is. It does not mean no forever, okay? You look for that open window when the Lord closes a door, and if the Lord closes a window, you look for another window, or you look for a door that you can crack open. You don't take no for an answer. You don't stand there frozen in your spot in fear when you know there's a next step you're supposed to take. What does the Lord say? He says, I have given you the spirit of power and of love and of a sound mind. That comes through knowing Him. Okay, you know who you are in Him. You take a step to do what He's asked you to do, and you get out there and you do that. You don't take no for an answer. You don't let anybody tell you you're too old or too young or too small or too anything to keep you from doing what you know you're supposed to be doing. If you need help, find help. There's Facebook groups you can search. There are forums online you can search. There are memberships you can join at all kinds of prices and abilities. If you need to know how to do something, there are ways to find out how to do that. And if you have the income and can spend it on things, you can even pay people to do those things that you don't know how to do. Don't let that hold you back. Okay? It should never be, well, I can't. It should be, well, how could I? That's what we do with our children. That's what we need to do with ourselves. Don't ever say, well, I can't afford. You say, how could I afford? And you start brainstorming things that you could do. Maybe you can't afford it this month. But when you think about it as I can't, you live forever in I can't. When you think about it as how could I, you start opening those windows to other opportunities that will help you create what you need to reach that next step. How could I make that happen? Maybe I can't do it right now, but how could I make that happen? How could I make an extra 100 a month, an extra 1,000 a month? How could I get to the point where so-and-so would agree to come on my podcast? How could I get to the point where I might be accepted to speak at such and such an event? How could I? Okay, that is the power of the right questioning. And that is what you need to be listening to, not the you're too small or you can't. All of those self-doubt, all of those projected doubts that other people throw at you, you just put them aside and you say, thank you for your input. I appreciate it, but I have to do what I know I'm supposed to do. And you keep taking that next right step towards what you know you're supposed to be doing. If you have been called to this, you can do it. And if you need a cheerleader, you come talk to me because I know how to cheer you on and I know how to give you a kick in the pants when you need it. And I'm happy to do that in theblogconnection.com. But seriously, do not let this hold you back. If you are listening on the audio podcast, if you are watching this on YouTube, I want you to just sit there and I want you to think about all the things you've told yourself you can't do, all the things other people have told you you can't do, and I want you to write them down, and then I want you to tear up that paper and get rid of it and don't think about it anymore. And then I want you to take out a new paper and I want you to think about all the things you could do. How could I do X? Brainstorm what you need to put into place. What is the next right step you need to take to do that? I can't, never could, as I learned to say in elementary school. And you need to stop thinking and I can't. You need to stop living in that fear of judgment or of doubt. And you need to get out there and you need to take that next right step to do whatever it is that you have been called to do. If you need help, contact me. I'm here. I'll get off my soapbox now. Next week we'll get on with the Media Kit class and in our podcast, but I really just felt like somebody out there needed that message this week that you can. And if you don't have it in you personally right now, there are people who can help you if you will take that step to say, how could I? And go find the help that you need. I'm cheering you on, and I would love to hear from you too. What is it that you're looking for help with? Leave a comment. Maybe there's somebody I can connect you with, all right? What do you need so that you could do what you're supposed to be doing? What is that thing you're supposed to be doing? Let us know. Let us know what you need to be able to get it done, and we will help you, if we can, to connect you with those people when you comment. Thanks, guys. Have a great week. Don't forget to like and share, invite other people to listen to the For Your Success podcast. We are here to cheer you on and give you those tools that you need to grow that online business, because you're never too old and never too small and never too late to influence those that the Lord has put in your sphere of influence to reach.
Thanks for listening to the For Your Success podcast, brought to you by our membership community for bloggers, theblogconnection.com. If you're listening via audio, please subscribe and review. If you're a YouTube fan, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, and share. Every action you take to share what we do helps us to be able to continue giving great value. For show notes and links to the resources mentioned in today's episode, please visit foryoursuccesspodcast.com.